Hello and welcome to episode 15 of Shelf by Shelf, I think. We barely have any papers left, any shelves left for this, so I'm a bit scared. You may be wondering why. Well, it's because I have a classics shelf left. And I'm scared that that's gonna come up because it's a 1 in 4 chance, I think. Yeah, 4. We have 4 shelves left. If you're new here and confused, hello, welcome. I pick a shelf every month and read as many books as I can, which usually is around like 2, which is not great, but it's fine. We're starting this episode off with 156 books, kind of. Let's start. Let's get the mug. TikTok ASMR. As I said, there's only 4 papers in here, so mixing isn't gonna do much. We're just gonna have to pray. We're gonna pick this. If it's shelf 17, it's a classic, just warning you. Oh, am I psychic? Hello? I think I might be psychic. Don't know. I think I'll be fine. I have audiobooks and I think we'll manage. Let's go to the shelf together. So this is my classics shelf. This is shelf number 17. This is 18, which we did first episode, so it's mostly classics. It's also short story collections and The Book Thief, which doesn't fit anywhere else. We're gonna remove that because I have read The Book Thief in my life and I cried. So the only books that I have read, which is easier to go through, are the following. I have read The Picture of Dorian Gray. I have read Peter Pan. I have read Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. I have read A Christmas Carol. I DNF'd Little Women. We're not going to do that. And that's it. So the rest are all to be read. I have read some stories of this short story collection. You can see the bookmark. It says 2018, which you can probably guess how long this has been since I've read this. But I read until page 80, and that's it. You can hear the crackle of me not opening this ever. So what are my options? Let's remove this. So these are my options. Am I in the mood to read any of these? No, absolutely the fuck not. What do? I feel like Wuthering Heights could be an option just because the movie came out and my sister won't shut up about it. How long is this? 400 pages. Maybe. I don't want to do the big ones. And then I could also read this because it's short and sweet. Love that. But, oh my gosh. So those are the 2 that I'm more inclined to get to. And we could choose one of the anthologies to kind of read some stories out of. I don't want to do this. Like, at all. I have also read some of the Grimm's stories before, and Hans Christian Andersen. I just didn't really rate them or something like that. I need to think, and then we'll come back. Okay? Okay. Plot twist. After some consideration, I have made some drastic decisions. I don't think anyone, much less me, was expecting to do this, but I picked the fattest book, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. I have the audiobook for this with my subscription, so I'm gonna just do it. And I get the biggest one out of the way because this is almost 560 pages. Don't know why a classic needs to be that big, but anyway, I know there are bigger. And then I also picked the one book that I don't care about at all. I just think it's pretty, let's be honest, is this one. I'm going to read some more short stories out of this. I don't know if I'll read the whole thing. I have this little sheet of paper. Can you even see? From back in the day when I read the first 4 and I DNF'd the first story. I gave the second story a 2-star, the third one a 3.5, and the fourth one a 1.5. So I didn't like any of the stories, realistically, and I don't think I will. But I'm gonna read some more. If I still hate all of them, I'm just gonna DNF it and keep it for decor. because it is pretty. I don't care, and I will listen to this in tandem. Hopefully this episode goes better. For some reason, I feel like this could go better because it is audiobook and I'm not actually reading this. I feel like I could get through more shit, if that makes sense. This was a really long intro. I'm gonna go. Hello. I have a few updates and a few things that we need to do together. So, yeah. I ended up listening to 100 pages of this. I don't know how many minutes, so I'm saying pages. I got to here. This is about Jane Eyre. She is an orphan who gets sent to this school for women to be ladies, kind of. They're very strict about food and stuff. It's a bit strange. I don't know. Until where I've gotten to, she's been at the school, she made a friend, and then now she's an 18-year-old and she wants to leave the school where she is currently a teacher and she wants to become a governess. And that's where I'm at. All that I know is that it's about Jane Eyre and she is very defiant for the time that this is set in, which we'll see. So far I don't really have a lot of feelings about it. It's okay. I was a bit sad about something that happened. I don't know if I should spoil this even though it's like a 300 million year old book. I'm still not going to. There was a scene that made me kind of sad, but like I don't really have a lot of feelings about this, so it's okay so far. Now, I have bought 11 books so far. I feel like we should rearrange my bookshelves a little bit to fit them all in. Because I do have space. I just have my shelves a little bit weird. So I have rearranged these two shelves beforehand because I was bored last night. Why? Because I bought 4 manga books that I want to fit next to my other fantasy ones. So I'm going to shove them in here. Like so. And now I have a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, like, why is Mockingjay there? I don't know. It just is. I think I'm gonna have to sacrifice this little thing and put it somewhere else so that we have space. I'm gonna put the fattest book in existence. I know I have a space like over here, so I'm gonna shove that in there. Excuse me. Is that the ideal place for it? No. But we're not gonna care because when I've finished with all of the shelves, I'm gonna rearrange this because I'm currently not loving the vibes. I have 2 more books and no space anywhere. And I don't want to turn books sideways like some of them already are, because I don't actually like the way that looks. So I fear we're gonna have to put them like so. I guess. And this one makes sense with other colors. Like that, I guess. I don't know. Yes, so after that, we are currently at, I don't even know how many books. Should we count? Maybe I should count. I really don't want to count. 7, 9, 10. I think 165 plus the book that I'm reading. Is that correct? I don't know. We're just gonna assume 165 and be done with it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's it for now. I'm gonna go. It's the end of this episode. I clearly didn't film anything in between. We're gonna get to everything that's happened. Do I even remember? Oh, yes. I was supposed to read these 2 that I told you, right? I read a page of this and I'm just DNFing this. I'm not interested. It's just cute. I'm keeping it for decorative purposes. Like I said, I got this from my mom. I don't think I would have ever have been interested in any of these short stories. I don't even know if there's any in here that are like really good, but I'm also not interested. So I am keeping this, but I'm never gonna read it. It is purely aesthetics. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, I did read a bit of this. I listened to the audiobook, which is 17 hours long, so you can probably imagine how far I got. Not very far, because I wasn't really in the mood for an audiobook these past weeks, but I am really enjoying it. I don't really like classics usually. This one is actually enjoyable so far. Maybe saying actually is kind of rude, but I'm not a classics girly, but this is right up my alley somehow. I never expected it. I bought this randomly. I'm gonna keep listening to this. I just didn't get very far. I got to page 138-ish. I'm liking it. I will finish it. But it's currently April, so this is over. So that means I have 160, Lord knows, maybe 63, I don't know, 160 something books that I still have to read. We're not doing any kind of progress, but it's fine. We're gonna be fine. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next word video. Bye!